defensively, the old Lion, Rodney Peete, at quarterback. Ricky Waters and James Saxon in the backfield. Barnett and Williams are the wideouts, and Ed West, the longtime Packer, the tight end. Brooks is a rookie with McIntyre, McKenzie, Boatswain, and Davis. Barrett Brooks, a rookie out of Kansas State.
Harrison Hurst to be a legitimate running threat, something they haven't had here really since Terry Metcalf.
First down, picked off, and here goes William Thomas. Only Craig can stop him. Touchdown.
Boy. This has been an ugly offensive game. Ray Rhodes said to us yesterday, William Thomas has to step up and make some plays. Did not play well last week against Tampa Bay. And Dave Craig cannot believe it. There's 2 interceptions in the first half. Again, there have been some athletic interceptions by the linebackers of the Eagles. One by Romanowski that stopped the drive, and then one by William Thomas that turned over badly.
First and goal, they lead it by 7. And now they've increased the lead as Garner gets the touchdown.
And their first offensive touchdown of 1995.
Oh, there's a tackle gate here in the Valley of the Sun this week. Into the end zone. Touchdown! Fred Barnett.
Fred Barnett, in their West Coast offense, is and should be the first option.
168 yards on the ground.
Shocking.
For the Eagles against this Cardinal defense. Third and goal. They hand it off to Fred McCrary. The rookie 6th-round pick out of Mississippi State gets his first pro touchdown.
Replacing the injured Kevin Turner, who went out in a special teams play in the first half. There were a lot of question marks.
Inside the 20. Swing right side, defender falls down. Waters into the end zone, touchdown. Ricky Waters.
Well, the Chargers didn't see.
1 yard line, third down, goal to go. Play action fake. Buying time. All alone over the middle is Fred Barnett. Whoa, was he wide open. A great fake by the Eagles. Second touchdown pass of the ball game for Cunningham.
Well, usually the guy in motion is the key receiver.
Second down, goal to go. Cunningham rolls right. He throws, drills a touchdown. Ed West, the tight end, has the touchdown. Cunningham now has thrown for 3.
Now watch what.
First and goal at the 7. And Charlie Garner trying to find running room, gets in for the touchdown. That was all Charlie Garner did. That thing was designed to go outside. He saw a crack, and this is what Charlie Garner has given the Philadelphia of the Raiders. And here is an end around to Rocket Ismail, but he loses the ball, and the Eagles recover.
That's going to be a score, Dick.
Greg Jackson is going to run it in. The only man to beat is Hostetler, and a touchdown. No penalty markers down. And it was Andy Harmon who forced the fumble.
Andy Harmon forced the fumble. William Thomas made the play by forcing it back inside. And then Jackson was there just to be the cleanup guy.
What a shocking first.
Hands within 3 seconds.
Gain of 5, second and 5. Charlie Garner checks in for the first time, breaks it to the outside. He's inside the 30 and could go. One man to beat. Touchdown, Philadelphia. No flags on the play. Charlie Garner, a 55-yard run. Garner trying to roll in. Touchdown, Eagles.
What a game we have today here in Philadelphia.
They gave it to him on the second effort. And Charlie Garner, this is the guy that raced it. We got to get the ball.
At the Washington 2, 9 ticks left. Here come the Redskins. Touchdown, Fred Barnett. A very different looking Philadelphia offense today than the team that could manage only 5 Gary Anderson field goals last week. 15 tacked on after the penalty. First down, Philadelphia at the Redskins 17. This is Charlie Garner. Touchdown. Charlie Garner electrifying this Veterans Stadium crowd, and now the Eagles lead 30-24. Owner Jeffrey Lurie thrilled about that.
Good looking drive. Second down and 7 from the Giant 8. And the tight ends in there, West and Jimmy Johnson. Johnson is on the move. As is Ricky Waters. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So Waters, who had runs of 14 yards and 13 yards, goes running for 8 right there, and he puts the Eagles on the board first. In his place, it is a first down to the Eagle 45. Giants trail 7-0. Hand off to Hampton with the block from Walker. And a fumble by Hampton, picked up by Michael Zorich. He's got to beat Howard Cross, and this will be a touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Now what a turn of the
Good protection up top, wide open, caught by Williams. Did he roll in? Touchdown! Well, just inside the 40. Fumble. Picked up by Kevin Johnson. He's going to go for a touchdown.
Fuller came around on the outside. Miller trying to work into that zone coverage, make a throw, wait for somebody to get open. The ball goes down, and then the drama starts.
Talk about arriving on the scene. Kevin Johnson, his first 2 sacks in the NFL last week, and today a touchdown.
Look at the arm over by Fuller. He got the face mask. I'm surprised they didn't call that. But then Johnson picks it up. Wayne Candy trying to do the best he can.
Dave Campo hoping his defense could step in here on 2nd and goal. They give it to Waters, and Ricky burrows into the end zone. We're waiting for a call. It appeared he had it clearly. Definitely. And finally you get a call from the head linesman, but he was a half yard into the end zone. And the Eagles are right back in the game.
Well, don't give up on what works, and what works is hammering again at the defensive tackle position.
He's done a good job in their goal-to-go offense. Pete with play action. Throws, touchdown. His tight end, Reggie Johnson. His first catch of the year. But it's well conceived. I mean, instead of just banging your head against the wall and say, we're going to pound it in, we're going to pound it in, run the play action. Let him think that Ricky Waters is going to be there. You'll see Reggie Johnson right on the end, right over here. He's going to go down and work into this void. It's play action.
For Showgirls wasn't nearly this good. 2 tight end sets. Waters. Cuts it outside. Dives. Touchdown. That was a powerful run by Ricky Waters.
You're absolutely right, Mike. This is pure individual effort. Good job by the line, blocking at the point of it.
To control the clock, and man, have they ever. Better than 3-1. Third now. Pete on that half roll again has Waters. Can't find him, runs for it. Touchdown! Rodney Peete with his first rushing touchdown of the season. Waters. Touchdown. Boy, and the Denver Broncos are really beefing about the call, too.
I'm telling you, that's all Ricky Waters right there. That is all just great little cuts and jives and jukes to get in the end zone.
He's getting out of the ball game. He's
Fake to Garner, and Rodney Peete in the end zone for a touchdown. Fred Barnett, his 4th of the year.
And what a good job by Fred Barnett. Friday, he broke his finger. Broke the finger on the left hand, a little pinky, about the size of a toothpick. And he comes right back, makes the big catch.
Giant turnover that we have seen constantly throughout the season. First down and goal after 3. Saxon and Waters. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He made it look easy.
And that time, the other block was leading for Waters.
4. Eagles lead by 7. Rodney Peete, touchdown. Fred Barnett for a second time today.
Rodney Peete will have a good day if Barnett plays.
Waters is back in. 8th play of the drive, orchestrated by Cunningham. Third down goal. Ricky Waters stacked up. Fights. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Waters with his second today.
Was the hole there? Could he just walk on in there? No way. That's what Waters brings. The second, third effort. He's volatile. He hollers. He screams. He gets mad. But the city likes him because he'll spill his guts for that second effort. The only bad thing I think he did early in the year, he didn't reach out and try to catch a ball when he should have. But
Opening day against Tampa.
But I think he's been forgiven for that.
Runs like that will wipe away a lot of bad. Goal at the 9, 7th play of the drive, and a scoreless first quarter. Ricky Waters, and he's got room, and he's got the Eagle touchdown. That is the 5th touchdown for Ricky Waters in a little over 2 games.
And that was a lead draw to hit right up over the right guard. And this is why he's a good back. He started up in there and said, they won. The defense has me. And with his eyes, bounced right to the outside and walked it in for a touchdown.
Sound people.
Oh, that was great. We got the best sound people in all of football with Fox.
Now, if they just get the broadcasters, they'll be all right. Second down, goal, and an easy touchdown in the second today for Ricky Waters, his 6th in the last 3 games.
And the Eagles went back to what they do.
3rd and goal. Saxon has checked in at fullback. Waters to the outside. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. Ricky Waters' 9th touchdown, his last 7 games.
Well, they tried it to the inside. It was definitely 96.
No doubt that time. Waters has his 2nd touchdown today. His 4th straight game with 2 touchdowns.
And that looked like a familiar play right there.
3rd and goal at the 1-foot line. Waters touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles move closer. 17-12. Let's see if they go for 2.
They are going for 2. Look at that guy. He's pumped up. I'd put him in there. Hand him the ball. He'd get you 2.
But the bottom line is the Philadelphia offense has not done much of anything. And Arizona's leading 17-0. Witherspoon looking and needing a big return. Witherspoon trying to beat Davis. Touchdown, Philadelphia. No flags. To the Redskins. 2nd down and 8. End zone wide open. Touchdown, Johnson. Terry Irving beaten on the play.
But we said, you know that Ray Rhodes is going to whip these guys into shape in the locker room at halftime.
Brown. 2nd down and 10. Ball resting at the Arizona 37. Big rush. Pete hangs on. So does Williams. Calvin Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. No flags.
Chicago 1st and goal at the 8 for Philadelphia to tie it up. That's Charlie Garner. And he quickly ties it up. From 8 yards away, he explodes into the end zone.
There you think of Charlie Garner, 5'9", 185 pounds. You think, well, he'd be a quick guy. He'd be an outside guy. But he is a tough guy, an explosive guy. Blew the whistle before Rodney Peete lost the ball.
That was a heck of a rush by Spellman.
That's the 2nd time Spellman made a heck of a run.
Hutton. Ball is going to be down by the Eagles. Maybe. Somebody hit it. It bounced off somebody's foot. I think one of the Bears touched it. The Eagles are signaling touchdown.
The official signaled touchdown. That one official signaled touchdown.
I thought he did, and the Bears are still. The Eagles are still doing it.
Yeah, it is a touchdown.
The ball hit the receiver's foot going into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Gary Lane finally does say that. Henderson made the recovery.
Watch right there. It hit his foot. See, it hit Lewis's foot right there. Then it comes into the end zone. Now it's a free ball. The Eagles recover the free ball in the end zone for a touchdown. That's the thing. Anytime the ball on a punt hits the ground, you always tell everyone, get off, get away from
the ball and keeping it from touching this carpet.
Now Pete from the 14 hands the ball to Charlie Garner, and he is in there, we believe, for the touchdown.
Not yet. No signal yet. Well, he clearly crossed the goal line. Well, that's a touchdown. We just waiting for the official word. I don't see a flag.
No signal, but clearly in.
Well, since they're lining up for the conversion, I assume it's an official 6. Well, talk about being opportunistic. There goes Garner, and that's a touchdown. He's inside the pylon by a good yard or two.
Secondary also. They're playing good defense. 2nd down and 8. Rodney Peete is 7 of 10. Floats one toward the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Fred Barnett.
Beautifully thrown. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's a 10 even. Laid it in there, kept it in bounds over the defender. Rodney Peete, who struggled the last few weeks, particularly last week, was dead solid perfect on that. You couldn't have thrown that ball an inch further or an inch closer. Absolutely perfectly delivered.
Wow, if the Lions don't go 3 and out. Intercepted at the 22. Barry Wilburn. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Emmett Thomas, the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, has reason to celebrate, as does everybody at the vet. Remember in the first quarter, and it was overthrown by Scott Mitchell. He tried to bring that underneath, and Barry Wilburn was underneath, and he picked it off.
And Jeffrey and Christina Lurie, the owners of the team, celebrate. 23-7 going on 24.
Well, the Detroit offense didn't even do a 3 and out. 3 and touchdown.
Focused on the ball, great concentration.
First and goal inside the 1, and Waters, despite juggling the handoff, is in there.
Well, right now, the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles is just taking it to the Lions. They own these guys up front, and they are kicking some butt.
"21 points off turnovers for the Eagles."
Brooks and McIntyre and McKenzie and Boatswain and Davis. These guys are getting it done up front. A good lead block by James Saxton. A good pin block by Ed West, the tight end. And a lot of Detroit Lions are on the ground.
And not bad running. Suspected Rodney Pete will just flip it as far as he can. Look for the defensive foul.
Third down from the 43-yard line. Walking it toward the end zone and puts the
Oh my God!
Carpenter caught it! How in the world did Carpenter catch it?
Well, let's go back to the timeout that was called by Ray Rhodes. It began there.
And Wayne says, what a nightmare I'm in. How in the world? 3 defenders were there.
32 is Willie Clay. He's right on the ball. He just jumps up and has it taken away by Rob Carpenter.
Looking on from the sideline, 3rd and 5 at the 45 with Waters in motion. Pete. Waters. They do it again.
What a brilliant design play, though. That had to come from something they picked up against the Lions defense. They've got Ricky Waters locked up with Mike Johnson. They brought him in motion. He turned up, and Rodney Peete wasn't looking anywhere on the football field. He knew the Waters was going to be there, and this is fine coaching.
Ricky's taking a victory lap.
Pete knew he would be there. Waters locked up with the linebacker, Mike Johnson. That's a no contest.
Rushing yards for the Eagles to only 33 for Detroit.
From the 20-yard line, Mikowski. Another pick. That's William Thomas.
Number 8 for Thomas.
Touchdown.
Poorly thrown ball behind the receiver, batted into the air, and William Thomas played that like a running back. He didn't look like a linebacker looking for somebody to make a tackle. He looked like a running back trying to find the end zone, and he did.
Well, that's the second interception that he's run back for a touchdown already this year. And amazingly, for a linebacker who's really a very good blitzer, that's his 8th sack. I mean, not his 8th sack, his 8th interception.
He's got a few sacks too, Dan.
Yeah, but look at that. Just snags it one hand.
We'll see him in Honolulu, his first Pro Bowl.
Now we're working our way towards 60.
Well, we have 79 total points in the game, equaling the most total points ever in an NFL postseason game. 58-21.
It's not over yet.
First and goal. Waters in motion. Cunningham's going to run the quarterback draw, and he's going to score.
Touchdown, Randall Cunningham. 4 yards out. Cunningham gets in.
Yeah, now he's going to go for 2. Everyone's saying, geez, they make it look so easy at this point. But again, you're taking score and you're taking time. And that's what the Cowboys are doing is they're playing a form of a prevent defense. They got